Oakland, California. It's the Raiders and the Broncos. And welcome into another NFL matchup here at Jammin' Sports. The 3-8 Broncos, the 5-6 Raiders. The Broncos have to win or they're eliminated. And the Raiders have to win to keep their slim playoff hopes alive. Evil Dead's in the house. He's got the Raiders -6. And Oakland will get the ball first. We're underway. Fielded by Loxley at the 2-yard line over the 20, 25. And Kurt Loxley brings it out to the 30-yard line. Just underway from the East Bay. Starting quarterback Kevin Edwards, the 10th-year quarterback out of Army for the Raiders. If the Raiders win, they'll get to 6-6, and they'll join 4 other teams in the AFC at 6-6, and those other 4 teams and the Raiders would be tied for that number 6 slot in the playoffs with 4 weeks to go. The AFC playoff picture is going to go down to the wire. 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. Edwards hands off to Jenkins. And Don Jenkins, the 2nd-year back out of Indiana, a couple of yards. Here's the Raider offense. Up front, Valdhere, Hayes, Durham, Walker, and Barletta. And then it's Clymer, Loxley, Cousins, Siegel, and Francesca. A gain of 1 on first down. It'll be 2nd and 9 for the Raiders from their own 31-yard line. This time they come out. Edwards under center. Edwards hands off to Jenkins again. And Jenkins gets down to the 33-yard line. Let's take a look at the Broncos defense. They play a 3-4. Spindler, Hines, and Sperlin up front. The linebackers, Walters, Thomas, Cameron, and Mobley. And the secondary for the Broncos, Robinson, Battle, Benjamin, and Cameron. It'll bring up 3rd and 6. A gain of 3 yards on 2nd down. On 3rd down, the Raiders in the shotgun. Edwards back, looking. Edwards rolls out. He gets hit as he throws, incomplete. And the Raiders go 3 and out, and they'll have to punt. Kerry Cameron, the linebacker, made the hit in his 4th year out of Mississippi State. Erickson back to punt. Gets the punt away, Mark Erickson. Caught by Cruz at the 12, and he brings it back, but a flag is down.
Illegal block in the back, return team.
Illegal block in the back by the Broncos.
Automatic first down.
And that's going to back him up to the 8-yard line. First and 10 from the 8. Starting quarterback is Devin Wade in his 6th year out of Texas. Hands off to Riddick around the outside. Riddick escapes down the sideline. One man to beat. Wheeler trying to track him down. And he finally does at the Raider 38-yard line. A 64-yard run by Terry Riddick, the third-year back out of Minnesota, on the Broncos' first play from scrimmage. Wow. Let's watch that one again. Randall Wheeler finally ran him down. The sixth-year back out of Miami saved the touchdown. But that's a big gain for the Broncos. It'll be 1st and 10 from the Raider 38-yard line. These two teams played in Denver back in week 3, and that was a thrilling game. I remember the Broncos won that game 24-23 over the Raiders. The rematch here today. So the Broncos now in Raider territory at the 38-yard line. 4 receivers set wide. Wade hands off to Jones, and Jones gets out to the 36, a gain of 2 yards. It'll bring up 2nd and 8. On 2nd and 8 from the 36. 4 receivers set wide. Wade hands off to Jones. Kobe Jones up the middle, all the way down to the 27-yard line. A gain of 9 yards. It'll be 1st down, Denver. So the Raiders went 3 and out on their opening drive, and now the Broncos just methodically moving it down the field. 1st and 10 from the Raider 27-yard line. Wade in the shotgun. Wade fakes the handoff inside. Throws. Incomplete. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10 at the Raider 27-yard line. Denver comes in at 3 and 8 in last place in the AFC West. The Raiders had 5 and 6. There was a 3-way tie for second, but the Seahawks and the Chiefs have both won this week. The Raiders have to win to keep that 3-way tie for second. Wade back. Wade rolls out, throws to DeCarva, all the way down to the 13-yard line. Samson DeCarva. And that'll be a gain of 14 yards and another Bronco first down. Nice drive by Denver so far. Under 5 minutes to play here in the first quarter. No score. The Broncos have moved it down to the Raider 13-yard line. Wade in the shotgun. Wade looking, throws to Cockrell down to the 6. Mike Cockrell, a gain of 7 yards. The tight end in his 7th year out of Army. A 7-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 3 at the 6-yard line. Chris Viceroy on the tackle for the Raiders. 4:25 and counting here in the first quarter. Denver trying to punch it in on 2nd and 3. Wade in the shotgun. Wade to Jones this time. Kobe Jones down to the 4. A gain of 2 yards. It'll bring up 3rd and 1. On the tackle, number 29 for the Raiders. That's Mark Sanders, the 3rd-year defensive back out of Florida A&M. Under 4 minutes left in the first quarter. 3rd and 1 for the Broncos from the Raider 4-yard line. Wade in the shotgun. Wade looking. Wade throws, and it's nearly picked off, incomplete. That was broken up. Kevin Zachary, number 30, got his hands on it. The 4th-year safety out of Baylor. It'll be 4th down. The Raider defense holds, and the Broncos will have to settle for a field goal. Sam Beasley will come out. This will be a 21-yard attempt by the rookie, actually Dustin Riggs, the rookie out of Florida Atlantic. Riggs from 21 yards. Snap, kick is up, and it's good. Broncos lead at 3-0 3:43 left to play here in the first quarter, live from the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum, Oakland, California. Week 12 here at Jammin' Sports. The Raiders went 3 and out on their opening drive, and the Broncos get a field goal on theirs. Jimmy Jam with Evil Dead and Sports Davis. Misty's here. Say hi, Misty. Davis, I knew he would be here. He's not going to miss a Bronco game. We know how much Davis loves the Broncos. So Sam Beasley will kick off for the Broncos. More hatred. Fielded by Cousins at the 4-yard line over the 20-25. And Orlando Cousins, the rookie out of Louisiana Tech, brings it out to the 26-yard line. And so the Raiders will now have it for the second time, down 3-0. We'll have game number 1 of the World Series after this. The Oakland A's and the Chicago Cubs. That'll be from Wrigley Field in Chicago. Games 1 and 2 at Wrigley, 3, 4, and 5 in Oakland, 5 and 6 or 6 and 7 back at Wrigley. 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line. Edwards under center. Kevin Edwards, play action, looking, throws deep downfield. He's got a man wide open, Clymer. Touchdown, Raiders. It took him one play. 74 yards to the rookie out of Tennessee, Peyton Clymer. And Clymer got wide open behind the secondary. About as easy a touchdown as you'll ever find. And Kevin Edwards put that one right on the money, caught him in stride for a 74-yard touchdown. Their first-round draft pick out of Tennessee, Peyton Clymer. And now Connor Blanchard for the extra point. Kick is up, and it's good. And the Raiders take the lead, 7-3. The Bronco lead was short-lived. 3 minutes, 30 seconds left here in the first quarter. Live from the Oakland Coliseum, Oakland, California, Week 12, here at Jammin' Sports. Evil Dead has the Raiders -6, and they're well on their way. The Broncos have only won 3 games all season, but one of those games was to the Raiders back in Week 3 in Denver. So Mark Erickson will kick off for the Raiders, up 7-3. There's the kickoff. Fielded by Cruz, a yard deep over the 10, 15, 20, and Colt Cruz brings it out to the 24-yard line. Colt Cruz, the 6th-year receiver out of Texas. And his quarterback, Devin Wade, was his teammate at Texas. Wade also in his 6th year. The former Texas Longhorn, quarterback for the Broncos. So Denver down 7-3 now will start their own 24-yard line. It was a rough year for the Broncos last year. They finished 5-11. And right now they're 3-8 coming in. On 1st and 10. Wade hands off to Kobe Jones. And Kobe Jones out to the 27-yard line. A gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. James Kingston on the tackle, the linebacker, in his 7th year out of LSU. A nice day here in Oakland, across the bay from San Francisco. 62 degrees at kickoff, not bad for November. Bright sunny skies. Wade to Jones, and Jones escapes the tackle and tries to get out of bounds or outside. It is tackled for a 2-yard loss. On the tackle, number 93, Leighton Cripps, in his 6th year out of Kansas State. A loss of 2 officially. It'll be 3rd and 9 for Denver. 2:40 left to play in the first quarter. Big third down for the Broncos, 39 from the 25-yard line. 4 receivers set wide. Wade in the gun. Wade back to throw. Dumps it off to Jones, who gets out to the 28-yard line. He's going to be hit and brought down by Russell Smith, the linebacker. Short of the first down. Smith in his 9th year out of Alabama. It'll be 4th and 6, just a gain of 3. And the Broncos are going to have to punt. Again, if the Raiders win, there'll be a 5-team tie for that number 6 slot in the AFC with 4 games to go. We'll go over the playoff picture here in a second. Sam Beasley back to punt, gets the punt away. And that's going to be fielded by Loxley, who brings it back to about the 35. And that's where the Raiders will have it. 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Kurt Loxley, the 4th-year back out of Wake Forest. Kevin Edwards comes back out to lead the Raider offense. A minute 57 left to play here in the first quarter. Raiders up 7-3. On 1st and 10. Edwards hands off to Cousins. Orlando Cousins 2 yards out to the 37-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd and 8. A minute 35 and counting. Raiders come out in the offset eye. Edwards drops back, looks, throws to Siegel, the tight end, out to the 48-yard line. A gain of 11 yards and a Raider first down. In his 8th year out of Tulsa, Jason Siegel. All right, let's look at the AFC playoff picture at the moment. Miami right now at 8-3 would be the number 1 seed. The number 2 seed would be the Chargers at 8-4. They lost yesterday. The 3 seed would be Pittsburgh at 7-4. We'll go over the rest in a second. Those 3 are the division leaders at the moment. 1st and 10, Edwards to Cousins across midfield, and Cousins out to the 44-yard line. The first wild card would be the Jets, the 4 seed at 8-3. The Jets have yet to play this week. Cincinnati would be the 5 seed, also at 7-4. And then the following teams are all 6-6. Indianapolis, Cleveland, Kansas City, and Seattle. And if the Raiders win, they'll be 6-6. And those 5 teams would all be vying for that number 6 spot. The Patriots come into this week as one of the 6 teams, but they lost already, so they drop out of that number 6 slot. Jenkins around the outside on 2nd and 2, and that'll be a gain of 6 yards and a Raider first down. So you can see how this game is important to the Raiders. I mean, with 4 weeks to go, we could have 5 teams at 6-6, all vying for that last playoff spot. The AFC is going to go down to the wire. 1st and 10, as we're coming up on the end of the first quarter. Let's see if they get the playoff in time. They do. Edwards back. Throws downfield, caught by Francesca. Turns upfield down to the 21-yard line. That's the end of the first quarter. Raiders up 7-3 here at Jammin' Sports. And welcome back to the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum, Oakland, California. Week 12 here at Jammin' Sports on a nice day in the East Bay. The Raiders lead the Broncos 7-3 as we start quarter number 2. And the Raiders just got a 17-yard gain right before the end of the quarter. 1st and 10 at the Bronco 21-yard line. The Raiders can make it a 2-possession game with a touchdown. 4 receivers wide, Edwards to Cousins. Orlando Cousins, 2 yards down to the 19-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 8. On the tackle, number 57, Ivan Walters, in his 5th year out of Virginia Tech. It'll be 2nd and 8 for the Raiders. They're at the Bronco 19-yard line. After this game, there's 3 more games left in Week 12, and then we'll be 3/4 of the way through the season. In the I formation, Edwards, play action, throws downfield, caught by Clymer, all the way down to the 8-yard line. A gain of 11 yards for Peyton Clymer, and another Raider first down. Last season, the Raiders made it to the AFC Championship, but they lost to the Browns. And they're pushing here to make the playoffs again here in Sim Season 31. 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. Raiders come out in the I formation. Edwards hands off to Jenkins, and Don Jenkins down to the 3-yard line. That'll be a gain of 5. It'll be 2nd and goal. On the tackle, number 22, Parker Cameron, the 3rd-year defensive back out of Oklahoma State. 6:40 and counting. 2nd and goal from the 3-yard line. In the I formation, Edwards looks to the end zone, rolls out, and Edwards will take it himself. An easy touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run by Kevin Edwards. And the Raiders go up 13-3. They've taken a 2-possession lead. That's got to make Davis happy. Right, Davis? His Broncos are losing. His Broncos. And now Connor Blanchard will come on for the extra point. Kick is up, and it's good. Raiders lead by 11, 14-3. 6:27 left to play here in the first half. Live from the Oakland Coliseum, Oakland, California. Week 12 here at Jammin' Sports. Jimmy Jam with Evil Dead and Sports Davis. And Misty's here. Say hi, Misty. Well, she's back there somewhere. Mark Erickson will kick off for Oakland. Raiders lead by 11. Game 1 of the World Series up next. The A's and the Cubs. And there's the kickoff. Fielded by DeCarva over the 15, 20, 25. And Samson DeCarva out to the 28-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from their own 28, down by 11. When we get to the final 4 weeks of the regular season, we'll be headed down the home stretch. When it comes to the playoffs, every game is going to be so critical. Next week, the Raiders are at the Chargers, a big AFC West matchup. And Denver, who could be eliminated today with a loss, will host the Seahawks. That's next week. 1st and 10 from the 28. Wade, play action. Wade rolls out. Wade throws downfield deep. He's got a man, Howard, all the way down to the 24-yard line. A 48-yard catch by Percy Howard, the 8th-year receiver out of Texas. And the Broncos wasting no time trying to get back downfield. and get back in this game. Randall Wheeler forced him out of bounds for the Raiders. It'll be 1st and 10 Broncos at the Oakland 24. Broncos come out in the offset eye. Devin Wade under center. Gillespie in motion. Wade to Riddick this time. And Terry Riddick, the third-year back out of Minnesota, makes his way for a couple of yards. Actually, a gain of 5 down to the 19. It'll be 2nd and 5. Under 6 minutes left to play here in the first half. Raiders up 14-3. Broncos trying to make it a one-possession game again. On 2nd and 5, Wade under center. Wade hands off to Riddick around the outside, and Terry Riddick down to the 14, very close to the first down. It'll be a 4-yard gain. It'll be 13 inches. Kevin Zachary, the 4th-year safety out of Baylor, making the tackle for the Raiders. On 13 inches, Wade to Jones, and Kobe Jones hit at the line of scrimmage. Does he have the first down? No. Leighton Cripps made the hit, the defensive tackle in his 6th year out of Kansas State. It'll be 4th and inches, no gain, and the Broncos are going to have to settle for 3. Now this will make it a one-possession game. The field goal, if it's good. Dustin Riggs will come out. This will be from 31 yards to make it an 8-point ball game. Snap is up, kick is good. Raiders lead is now 14-6 with 4:35 left to play. Here in the first half, live from the Oakland Coliseum, Oakland, California, Week 12 here at Jammin' Sports. Big day today here at Jammin' Sports. We got Game 1 of the World Series up next. A's and the Cubs. So the Broncos will kick off down by 8 with 4:35 left to play. Here in the first half, there's the kickoff by Beasley. Fielded by Cousins 2 yards deep over the 15, 20, 25. And Orlando Cousins, the rookie out of Louisiana Tech, out to the 28-yard line. Kevin Edwards, the quarterback, in his 10th year out of Army, leads the way for the Raiders offense. 4:31 left in the first half. Gracie's here. Say hi, Gracie.
Hi.
There you go. You want to call a play? You want to try it again?
No.
No? All right. 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line. Edwards under center. Edwards hands off to Cousins. And Cousins gets a couple of yards, but a flag is down. And let's check this one out.
Personal foul.
Face mask on the Broncos. Kerry Cameron, the linebacker, the guilty party. Yeah, really. That's right. Got to read between the lines there. Kerry Cameron, the 4th-year linebacker out of Mississippi State. No, I think she got embarrassed yesterday. She doesn't want to call another play. It's like, beat a dude, I'm busy. 1st and 10 for the Raiders at their own 47. 4 minutes, 20 seconds left in the half. Edwards hands off to Jenkins, and Jenkins is put down immediately at the 42-yard line. On the tackle, Bob Hines, in his 12th year out of Utah. She embarrasses easy. loss of 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 14 for the Raiders back at their own 42. Under 4 minutes left to play here in the first half. Edwards under center. Edwards hands off to Cousins again. Orlando Cousins breaks free, and he's got the first down to the Bronco 39-yard line. A 19-yard run by Orlando Cousins. Some poor tackling by the Broncos along the way. It was a nice hole to run through. That's what I try to tell her. But you know how teenage girls are. They can't get over themselves. 1st and 10 for the Raiders. Raiders from the Denver 39-yard line. Raiders on the move again. Edwards to Cousins up the middle, and Orlando Cousins getting big chunks of yardage now every time. A gain of 11. Another Raider first down. Very impressed with Orlando Cousins in his rookie year. Having a good season for the Raiders. The Raiders' former running back John Chappell retired after 10 years, so they went out and got Orlando Cousins. 1st and 10 for the 28. Edwards throws to Squirick down to the 15. Tom Squirick, the 4th-year receiver out of Memphis, making the catch. 13 yards and a Raider first down. Patrick Robinson on the tackle, the 9th-year defensive back out of Florida State. But it's another Raider first down. The Broncos are just not a good team. Now, they did manage to beat the Raiders earlier this season in Denver. I kind of put that down as a fluke. It was a 1-point win. 1st and 10 from the 15. Loxley. And Kurt Loxley gets a yard down to the 14-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 9. As we're closing in on the 2-minute warning. Will the Raiders get a playoff in time? I don't think so. 2nd and 9, we hit the 2-minute warning. Raiders up 14-6 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum, Oakland, California. Week 12 here at Jammin' Sports. Raiders and the Broncos, AFC West matchup. Raiders lead it 14-6, and they have it 2nd and 9 at the Bronco 14-yard line. Oakland trying to punch it in again and go back up by 2 scores. They spread the receivers out. Edwards in the shotgun on 2nd down. Edwards back, looking, steps up, throws to Francesca, down to the 2. James Francesca, the 6th-year receiver out of UNLV. A gain of 12. It'll be 1st and goal Raiders. A minute 40 and counting. About the 1.5-yard line. 4 receivers set wide on 1st and goal. Edwards to Cousins, touchdown Raiders. A 2-yard touchdown run right up the middle by Orlando Cousins. And the Raiders go up 20-6, up by 14. Back to a 2-possession lead. That was about as simple as it gets for Cousins. A 2-yard touchdown run, untouched, right up the middle. And now Connor Blanchard will come on for the extra point in his 6th year out of Arizona. Blanchard's PAT is good. The Raiders up by 15, 21-6. 1:29 left to play here in the first half. If the Broncos lose, they are mathematically eliminated from the playoffs. They will join the Ravens, the Falcons, and the Packers as being eliminated. And it's hard to believe the Packers are in that sentence, but they are. Three teams at the moment mathematically eliminated. It could be four when this one's over. Mathematically eliminated when there's still a quarter of the season to go. That's pretty bad. Fielded by DeCarva at the 3-yard line over the 20, 25. Samson DeCarva out to the 29-yard line. DeCarva, the rookie out of Missouri, their first-round draft pick. And now the Broncos offense comes back out, down 21-6. Davis has got to be really happy. His Broncos are losing. Pats will be there soon. He's thrilled. More murder, death, kill. 1st and 10 Broncos. 4 receivers set wide. Wade in the shotgun. Wade, it's a blitz. Outside to Jones. Down the sideline. And Jones down to the 35-yard line. Kobe Jones. They're in the hurry up. A gain of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4. Wade in the gun. Throws downfield. Incomplete. He overthrew his target. And that'll bring up 3rd and 4. The intended receiver, number 82, DeCarva. It'll be 3rd and 4 from the 35-yard line. Devin Wade in the shotgun. Wade back, throws underneath to Cruz, and Colt Cruz, a 6-yard gain out to the 41-yard line. The 6th-year receiver out of Texas. First down Broncos, they take a timeout with 1:01 left in the half. They have 2 timeouts left. A 1:01 remaining here in the first half. Game number 1 of the World Series up next. The A's and the Cubs. We'll be in Chicago for that. 4 receivers set wide. Wade in the shotgun on first down. Wade draws back. Throws downfield. Caught by Jones. He had to jump high in the air for that one. Down to the 48-yard line. A gain of 11. And the Broncos take another timeout with 55 seconds left. Kobe Jones in his 6th year at Savannah State. Small college in Georgia. So the Broncos are down to 1 timeout. They're trying to get another score before halftime. Trying to make it a 1-possession game again. 1st and 10 from the Raider 48. 5 receivers set wide. Wade in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Looking. Rolls out. And Wade is going to throw it away. Couldn't find a receiver. Did the smart thing. Threw it away. It'll be 2nd and 10. That'll stop the clock with 49 seconds left in the half. Jimmy Jam with Evil Dead. Sports Davis in the room. Great to have everybody along. 2nd and 10 from the 48. 4 receivers set wide on 2nd and 10. Wade back to throw. Throws outside, nearly picked off by Randall Wheeler. And had he caught that, he'd still be running. That would have been a pick 6. The 6th-year defensive back out of Miami, Randall Wheeler, knocks that one down. The Miami Hurricane. He should have caught that. That would have been 6 points the other way. That'll stop the clock. 44 seconds left in the half. 3rd and 10 for the Broncos at the Raider 48-yard line. Four receivers set wide. Wade in the gun. Wade drops back. Throws downfield. Caught by Cruz. And Colt Cruz all the way down to the 18-yard line. A gain of 30 yards. Clock is running. The Broncos only have one timeout. 30 seconds and counting. It would be a 35-yard field goal from here. Colt Cruz, he was a teammate of Wade at Texas. Devin Wade, Colt Cruz, the two long shot players from Madden 18, if those names sound familiar. When I played long shot, they got drafted by the Broncos. First and 10 from the 18-yard line. Wade, four receivers set wide, make it five wide. Wade looking. Wade rolls out. Wade, he's going to take off down to the 11-yard line, a gain of 7. The Broncos take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. And this will be a 28-yard field goal coming up for the Broncos. Seven seconds left until halftime. Do we have anybody that's regular or semi-regular that likes the Broncos? I can't think of anybody. 2nd and 4 from the 11. They're going to take a shot at the end zone. They have no timeouts. Wade back to throw. Do not throw underneath. Do not take a sack. Wade rolls out, and he's going to stumble as time runs out. What was that? At the end of the first half, the Raiders lead at 21-6 here at Jammin' Sports. To the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum, Oakland, California. Week 12 here at Jammin' Sports. AFC West battle. The Raiders and the Broncos. The Raiders lead at 21-6. A 15-point Raider lead as we start the second half. The Broncos will be mathematically eliminated from the playoffs with a loss today. And if the Raiders win, they will join 4 other teams in the AFC with 6-6 records, all tied for that final 6th seed in the playoffs. I know the real NFL right now, 7 teams from each conference make the playoffs, but in my NFL it's still just 6, and I prefer it that way. You don't want teams with losing records in the playoffs. There's the kickoff by Erickson, fielded by DeCarva at the 4-yard line over the 20, 25, and Samson DeCarva out to the 33-yard line. And that's where the Broncos will have it, 1st and 10, down by 15. A chance for the Broncos to make it a one-possession game. I don't know what they did at the end of the half. They forfeited a chance to kick the field goal and tried to get a touchdown. It didn't end well. The Broncos came up empty on that drive. They should have kicked the field goal. It'd still be a 2-possession lead, but they'd be 3 points closer, and points are points. 4 receivers set wide. Wade in the shotgun on 1st and 10. Wade hands off to Kobe Jones. Jones making some moves and is finally brought down to flag, or the whistle is not thrown. Whistle is not thrown. Whistle is not blown. An 8-yard gain. He fell down on his own. Everybody was standing around. An 8-yard gain to be 2nd and 2. That play messed me up. Finally, Kevin Zachary, the safety, makes the tackle. He wasn't touched. He fell down on his own. Yeah. Hey, I'm human. We make mistakes. On 2nd and 2 from the 41-yard line. The Broncos will do that to you. On 2nd and 2, Wade to Jones, and Jones goes nowhere. In fact, he's going to lose a yard. James Kingston, the 7th-year linebacker out of LSU, makes the tackle. A loss of a yard. Well, now they say no loss. It'll be 3rd and 2. So the Broncos, a big 3rd down right here. They come out in the I formation. Wade to Riddick, and Terry Riddick's got the 1st down as he plows forward for about 6 yards out to the 48-yard line. 1st down, Denver. The 3rd-year back out of Minnesota, the Golden Gopher. 1st down, Broncos. On a beautiful day here in Oakland. 6:35 and counting. 4 receivers set wide. Wade in the shotgun on 1st and 10. Wade back to throw. Throws down the middle, caught by Cockrell. All the way down to the Raider 41. A gain of 11 yards and a Denver 1st down. Mike Cockrell, the tight end, in his 7th year out of Army. He spent 5 years with the Browns, now in his 2nd year with the Broncos. One of my Army guys, one of my Desert Storm guys. We were talking about him just the other day during the Redskin-Falcon game. 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line. Wade under center, 3-step drop, throws underneath to Cruz. He can't hold on. Broken up by Russell Smith, the linebacker, in his 9th year out of Alabama. And Randall Wheeler also getting in on the covers there. It'll be 2nd and 10. .5:53 left here in the 3rd quarter. Raiders up 21-6. Wade in the shotgun. He's got Howard in motion. Wade drops back, throws underneath to Howard, and Howard down to the 35. That'll be a gain of 6 for Percy Howard. It'll bring up 3rd and 3. Percy Howard in his 8th year out of Texas. He spent 2 years with Dallas, 2 years with Miami, and now he's in his 4th year with the Broncos. On 3rd and 3 from the 35, 5 receivers set wide, empty backfield for Wade. On 3rd and 3, Wade back to throw. Wade rolls out, throws deep, incomplete. He was looking for Howard, but he overthrew him. And that'll bring up 4th down. Decision time for the Broncos. What do you do? What do you do? Dustin Riggs will come on out. This will be a 52-yard field goal attempt. Snap, kick is up, and he missed it. It was short, and it was also to the right. It remains a 21-6 ball game in favor of the Raiders. So the Broncos come up empty, and they still trail by 15. We're live from the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum, Oakland, California, Week 12, here at Jammin' Sports. On 1st and 10, the Raiders will have it at their own 42-yard line. They come out in the I formation. Edwards fakes the handoff, throws downfield, caught by Francesca all the way down to the Bronco 42. A gain of 16 yards and a Raider first down. The sixth-year receiver out of UNLV, James Francesca. When I think of UNLV, I think of basketball and Tarkanian. They had some good college basketball games or teams back in the day. 1st and 10 from the 47. Edwards to Cousins up the middle, and Cousins gets a yard. That'll bring up 2nd and 9. Bob Hines on the tackle. It was a dirty program, but boy, they were fun to watch. I mean, we found out later they were dirty, but I remember at the time, they were a dominant basketball team back then. On 2nd and 9 from the 41-yard line, Edwards looking, throws outside to Cousins, very close to the first down to the 32-yard line. He'll be just shy. It'll be 13 inches at the 32, a gain of 8 to Orlando Cousins. Cousins, a pretty good receiver out of the backfield. 13 inches from the 32-yard line. Raiders come out in the I formation. Edwards, play action, watch out. He gets sacked. On the tackle, number 97, Gavin Sperlin, the 9th-year defensive end out of USC. That'll be a loss of 7 yards on the play. It'll bring up 4th and 8. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, you're right. They lost in the championship, was right. I remember that. Yeah, they lost to Duke. I think you're right. I remember watching that game. That was years ago. And as I remember, it was a pretty good ball game. Mark Erickson back to punt. The Raiders punt for the first time today. Erickson's punt. Out of bounds at the 21. Just a 19-yard punt by Erickson. And the Broncos will have it at the 21-yard line. 3:40 left to play here in the third quarter. Live from the Oakland Coliseum, Oakland, California. Week 12 here at Jammin' Sports. We'll see Oakland's other team, the A's, against the Cubs up next. Game 1 of the World Series. Yeah, Grandmama, Larry Johnson, that's right. On 1st and 10, Devin Wade under center for the Broncos. Wade hands off to Jones, and Jones, no gain. Russell Smith is right there. The Raiders' defense has played very well today. Yeah, they were 31-0. I remember that, and they lost to Duke in the championship. Yeah. That was just crazy. And as I recall, it was a pretty good basketball game. It was close. On 2nd and 10, Wade hands off to Kobe Jones around the outside, and Jones gets 6 yards out to the 27. It'll bring up 3rd and 4. Kevin Zachary, the safety, on the tackle in his 4th year out of Baylor. It'll bring up 3rd and 4 for Denver. Broncos come out, 4 receivers wide. Wade in the shotgun. Wade looking, throws, incomplete. It'll be 4th down, and the Broncos are going to have to punt. I get the feeling that Denver is going to be looking for a new quarterback during the offseason. They'll probably draft one. Wade has been, to say sporadic is an understatement. 4th and 4. Beasley back to punt. Gets the punt away. Fielded by Loxley at the 15-yard line. And he brings it out to the 23. First down, Raiders. Oakland still leads at 21-6, a 15-point lead with 2:32 left to play here in the third quarter. We'll have the Panthers and the Rams later from Los Angeles, but we'll have the World Series game number 1 before that. Yeah, I remember it was a tight ball game, 90-91, yes. I remember watching that game. I remember it was a tight ball game. 1st and 10 from the 23. Edwards, play action, rolls out, throws to Clymer, out to the 37-yard line. A gain of 14 yards and a Raider first down. The rookie receiver, Peyton Clymer, out of Tennessee. What year was that, Evil Dan, when they played Duke? It would have been April of 79, 77, the final? Okay. Oh, it was 91. Okay. I thought you were giving me the final score. Cousins to the 36, a gain of 1. Or actually lost in what? It was 2nd and 11. So the fight, yeah, I remember it was a tight game, 79-77. 99, I remember that. I now know why I watched that game. I was in Desert Storm at the time. I watched that game from Kuwait. It was in the middle of the night. It was like 4 in the morning. That's why I remember that game. There was a lot of people huddled around the TV watching that. It was a great game. 2nd and 11. Edwards to Cousins. And Cousins loses 3 more yards. On the tackle, Kendall Battle, the 4th-year safety out of Boise State. It'll be 3rd and 14. We weren't in a tent. We were in the parking garage that we used as billets. We had a common area with the TV, and we're all watching that game. On 3rd and 14, Edwards looking, throws, down to Squirek, out to the 49-yard line, a gain of 16 yards, and a Raider first down. Tom Squirek, the 4th-year receiver out of Memphis, Patrick Robinson on the tackle for Denver. And that'll be a Raider first down. They'll have it at their own 49-yard line. Raiders up by 15 here late in the third quarter. Yeah, I remember that. I remember they had won the championship the year before. On 1st and 10 from the 49, Edwards to Cousins up the middle. Orlando Cousins down to the 42-yard line. A gain of 8. It'll bring up 2nd and 2. Yeah, who did they beat that year? They blew out somebody. There's the score right there, 103-73. A 30-point win. Who did they beat? I can't remember. Duke. Oh, that's right, they played Duke. That's right. 2nd and 2 from the 42-yard line. This should be the last play of the third quarter. Edwards looking, throws to Cousins. Down to the 34. And that's the end of the third quarter. Raiders up 21-6 here at Javits Sports. And welcome back to the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum, Oakland, California. Week 12. The Raiders and the Broncos. The Raiders try to get revenge from an earlier season loss to the Broncos back in Week 3 when they lost in Denver. The final score of that game was 24-23 Broncos. The Raiders have a 15-point lead, trying to make it a 3-possession lead on this drive. 1st and 10 from the Bronco 34-yard line. Edwards back, throws to the near side, incomplete. He was looking for Cousins out of the backfield, overthrew him. I wish they still made a college basketball video game. They used to. EA Sports had one, which was actually pretty good. But the same reason why they don't have a college football game is the reason why the college basketball game is no longer out there. 2nd and 10, Edwards to the Cousins, down to the 31-yard line, a gain of 3. Make it a gain of 4, be 3rd and 6. But now that they've got all that NIL stuff straightened out, it's just a matter of time before a college basketball game comes back out. I used to like playing that college basketball game. I still have it for the PS3. 3rd and 6 for the 31. Edwards back. Edwards throws. And Bailey can't come up with it. Actually, Bailey, can't come up with it. It was knocked away by Parker Cameron, and that'll bring up 4th down for the Raiders. Yeah, they should have got paid. Parker Cameron slaps it away from the intended receiver, Lance Bailey. Bailey, the 4th-year receiver out of Wyoming. This will be a 48-yard field goal attempt by Connor Blanchard. It would put the Raiders up by 18. It'd make it a 3-possession game. From 48 yards, kick is up. Looks good. Is good. Blanchard nails it from 48. And the Raiders lead by 18, 24-6. A 3-possession lead. Davis is happy. His Broncos are getting killed. I know the teams that Davis hates. Anybody in the AFC East other than the Patriots. He also hates the Texans and the Broncos. So the Raiders up by 18 will kick off. Erickson will kick. Fielded by Cruz, 3 yards deep, over the 20, 25, and out to the 29-yard line. Davis, that's the word, that's the forbidden word, the word we dare not say. We dare not say that, Davis. So the Broncos now down by 18 with 7:19 left. We'll have it 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line. And the Broncos are about to be mathematically eliminated from the playoffs unless they can pull off a miracle here. Wade in the shotgun. Wade looking, throws, gets it out to Howard, incomplete. It was broken up by number 24, Isaac Moore, the rookie out of Jackson State. That's right. It'll burn my brain if I refer to that team that way. 2nd and 10 from the 29, 4 receivers set wide. Wade in the shotgun. Wade back. It's a blitz. Throws to Jones. And Jones would have been better off dropping that. It's a loss of 2, make it a loss of 3 yards. Back to the 27-yard line. Terrence Andrews, the defensive tackle, in his 4th year out of Penn State on the tackle. It'll be 3rd and 13. I've already gone on record that if Madden 24 is decent enough for me to use, I will not be using the Washington team. I refuse to play that game. They'll be one of the teams I don't use. I'll find a replacement. 3rd and 13 from the 27-yard line. Wade back to throw. Wade steps up. And Wade is going to run, and he's going to come up short. A 7-yard gain. But it'll be 4th and 5. Thanks for stopping in the a gain of 8 yards. It'll be 4th and 5. Misty's back awake. Say hi, Misty. There you go. Well, you're down by 18 with 6:20 left. You better go for it on 4th and 5. 4 receivers set wide. Wade in the gun. Wade back to throw. Looking. Steps up. Throws. Incomplete. It'll be a turnover on downs. and the Raiders will take over. This Bronco team looks really bad. They really need to do some shopping during the offseason. I mean, they look pitiful. I think only the Falcons look worse. The Raiders will have it at the Denver 34-yard line on the turnover on downs. 1st and 10. Edwards hands off to Jenkins. And Don Jenkins, 3 yards to the 31-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 7. On the tackle, number 79, Mark Spindler, in his 11th year out of Purdue. We'll have game 1 of the World Series up next. A's and the Cubs on 2nd and 7. Edwards to Cousins, and Cousins fumbles. And who comes up with it? I didn't see who came away with the football. He may have been down. Whoever comes up with this, they'll probably review it. The Raiders recovered their own fumble. It'll be 3rd and 3 at the Bronco 27-yard line. No review necessary. Coming up on 5 minutes left in the I formation. Edwards to Cousins. He's got the first down and more. All the way down to the 12-yard line. A 15-yard run by Orlando Cousins. 76 yards today. Needs 24 for 100. Jeff Benjamin, the rookie free safety out of Ohio, on the tackle for the Broncos. The Raiders can make this a 4-possession game with a touchdown. They're up by 18 at the moment. 1st and 10 from the Bronco 12. 4:35 and counting. Raiders come out in the offset eye. Edwards to Jenkins. And Jenkins, no gain. John Mobley on the tackle in his 8th year out of Texas A&M. It'll bring up 2nd and 11. Should I tell them what I did during lunch today? It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
I made myself some popcorn shrimp. All right? I had that for lunch, and I had, the cocktail sauce. All right, I'll complete my story. 2nd and 11 from the 12. Edwards back. Throws underneath to Clymer. And Clymer down to the 8-yard line, a gain of 4 yards. It'll be 3rd and 7. And I also have a bottle of Coke there. I'm drinking a Coke, right? And Gracie and I are out in the living room. We're watching a program, and I'm really getting into it. And I reach for the cocktail sauce to pour me a little bit more. And I grabbed the Coke, and without thinking, I unscrewed the Coke and poured it on my popcorn shrimp. 3rd and 7. Edwards throws to Siegel. Touchdown, Raiders. An 8-yard touchdown catch. No, you were here. And the Raiders go up 30-6. Jason Siegel, the 8th year tight end out of Tulsa. Yeah, I still ate them. I didn't pour that much. I caught myself. But it was all right. I still ate them. You really couldn't taste the Coke. Connor Blanchard for the extra point. The kick is up, and it's good. The Raiders lead by 25. A 4-possession game, 31-6, with 3.5 minutes left. So the Raiders are going to go to 6-6. They'll be one of 5 teams at 6-6, all tied for that final playoff spot in the AFC. That is, if the playoffs were to start today. The Colts, the Browns, the Chiefs, the Raiders, and Seahawks are all 6-6. Vying for that last spot. and the Broncos will fall to 3-9, and the Broncos will be mathematically eliminated from the playoffs. There's the kickoff, fielded by Cruz at the goal line over the 10, 15, 20, 25, and Colt Cruz out to the 29-yard line. Again, it's pretty bad when you're eliminated from the playoffs, and there's 4 weeks to go. But 4 teams have now been eliminated. The Ravens, the Broncos, the Falcons, and the Packers, of all teams, are the 4 teams that have been eliminated. Those 4 teams will just have to play out the schedule. 3:26 left to play. Broncos down by 25. Wade in the shotgun on 1st and 10. Wade back, looking, steps up, throws to Cockrell, the tight end. And Mike Cockrell out to the 49-yard line. A 20-yard gain, first down Broncos. The clock continues to move. 3:10 and counting here in the 4th quarter. This game is going by quickly. Normally games, well, it might end on time. Normally games are about an hour and a half, hour and 35, maybe 40 minutes. We're at 1:25 at the moment. Actually less than that because I had music playing beforehand. This game has just moved along. 1st and 10. Wade in the shotgun. Wade, play action. Throws, incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10. .251 left. Second and 10 for the 49. 4 receivers set wide. Wade in the shotgun. Wade drops back. Looks downfield, throws deep. And it's caught by Howard all the way down to the 8-yard line. Percy Howard, a 43-yard gain to the Raider 8-yard line. So the Broncos, well, they're still playing hard, even though they're down by 4 possessions. Got to give them credit, they're still playing hard. And now they'll have it 1st and 10 from the 8-yard line. We're coming up on the 2-minute warning here. First and goal from the Raider 8. Wade in the shotgun. Wade to Jones, and Kobe Jones to the 7, a gain of 1. Russell Smith on the tackle for the Raiders. Will they get the playoff in time before the 2-minute warning? I don't think they will. And we've hit the 2-minute warning. The Raiders up 31-6 here at Gem Sports. Welcome back to the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum, Oakland, California, which is better suited for football than baseball. The Raiders and the Broncos. The Raiders lead at 31-6. We're at the 2-minute warning. It'll be 2nd and goal for the Broncos at the 7-yard line. Too little too late for Denver here. Wade in the shotgun on 2nd down. Wade looks to the end zone, throws, back of the end zone, incomplete. Mike Cockrell caught it, but he was out of the end zone. And that'll stop the clock with 1:57 left. It'll bring up 3rd and goal. They want to review that. I don't think this one's even close. Well, we'll take a look. No, that's totally out of bounds. That foot is out of bounds. And the second foot is out too. That will stand. I'd really be shocked if it didn't. Ruling on the field stands, incomplete pass. It'll be 3rd and goal for the Broncos at the 7-yard line. Four receivers set wide. Wade in the shotgun on 3rd down. Wade looks to the end zone again, throws. This time it's caught for the touchdown. Samson DeCarva, the rookie out of Missouri, a 7-yard touchdown catch. That'll make the final score look like the game was closer than it really was. Too little, too late for the Broncos here. But they're playing hard, padding their stats. It's now 31-12. And Dustin Riggs for the extra point. Kick is up, and it's good. So the Raider lead is back to 18, a 3-possession lead. 31-13 with 1:53 left to play. Whoops. Game 1 of the World Series up next here at Jammin' Sports. We had it advertised starting at 7 Eastern, but we'll start early. I'm not going to wait 45 minutes to start it. They're going to try the onside kick, Sam Beasley. And it's fielded by Squirick at the Bronco 43-yard line. 1:52 left. The Raiders have the ball. I don't think either team's going to call a timeout now. They'll just run this one out. And the Raiders will even their record at 6-6. Peyton Clymer, the rookie, he had a great day. And the Broncos will fall to 3-9. Denver will be officially eliminated from postseason contention. Raiders come out, 1st and 10. Wade under center. Not Wade, I'm sorry, Edwards. I was thinking of the Broncos. Cousins up the middle, 2 yards out to the 41-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 8. John Mobley on the tackle. Neither team calling a timeout, 1:40 and counting. A couple of more snaps, and this one is done. And then we'll head to Chicago for the World Series. On 2nd and 8 in the I formation. Edwards to Cousins. And Orlando Cousins down to the 33-yard line. Very close to a first down. A gain of 7 will be 3rd and inches. 1:06. I think we had an injury timeout. That's why the clock is stopped. Yeah, you were close with the total. You said 42 and it's at 44, so. And you chose the Raiders. Smart move. You said Raiders -6. Well, they're covering. You could have said -18 and still been right. 3rd and inches. Edwards in the shotgun. Edwards to Cousins. He's got the first down. Down to the 31-yard line. This will tick down under 40 seconds. The Raiders will take a knee, and that'll do it. An impressive win by the Raiders. And the big difference between this game and the final game last night, the Raiders did not play down to their opponent. They just came out and played their game. Whereas the Chargers yesterday, they really did play down to the Seahawks. On 1st and 10, this should be the final snap of the game. Edwards to Cousins, up the middle, and Cousins down to the 26. He'll finish with 92 yards. As the final seconds will tick away, Denver has been eliminated. Your final score, the Raiders 31, the Broncos 13. Thanks for watching here at Jammin' Sports. We'll have the World Series up in about 10 minutes. We'll see you then.
What you just did.